All right, so we're going to be talking about creating seating and seating areas today. So starting off, we're going to be looking at purpose and context. So obviously you're going to be making a different product if you are making an office chair versus a park bench versus a lawn chair, because these things are all used for different things. They have different purposes and they're meant to be used in different ways. So this is going to be more durable because you're going to be using it for a longer, more extended period of time. So that's to be durable and comfortable. While the lawn chair, you're just throwing it on the lawn, and they're meant to be, kind of rough handled. And so they don't need to be made as sturdy. And then we're going to go into concept development. So that's going to be your sketching phase, or you're just like sketching rough draft sort of phase, where you're just getting ideas on the paper. You're not creating anything physical yet, but you're just getting some ideas done. You might be adding a little bit of color here and there, or a little bit of form, shadows, but nothing crazy. And then we're going to move into prototyping and testing. That's where you're going to be making physical models, which can be super helpful for figuring out challenges in the construction process that'll happen later, especially with something like this. You're going to want to make stuff at scale. So I've shown a few small models here, but if you were making something like an office chair, you would probably want to make that at least a rough prototype at full scale to make sure it's comfortable and a person can actually sit in it. And then obviously materials are super important. The obvious ones would be the cloth material for the soft parts of a chair, and then the frame, which should probably either be made out of wood or metal, but there can be a range of other materials that are included in the construction process. And then obviously the last step in this whole line of creation is going to be assembly. So that's putting this thing together and actually making it into a physical product. You're going to have to figure out the cost of materials, what you can afford, the cost of the processes for putting things together. An extra cut here or there could cost quite a bit down the line. And then this is the design that I came up with. It's a social fire pit. And so the round sort of shape with this sort of narrow entrance in the front is supposed to promote people, sitting around each other, talking to each other, facing each other. So sort of promoting this social camaraderie. And then we have this comfortable cushion as well, because we have this sort of earthy material, and that might be uncomfortable. So if someone wants to sit on a more cushioned area, they can do that as well. And that is about the extent of my design.